Today's superheroes are good guys who are going on a journey and become villainous. I think I'd be the other way around. I'd start out the evil one, but then I'd become good and become Green Lantern's girlfriend. My name's Janet Hetherington. I'm a senior communications advisor by day, and I'm a comic book creator by night. We do a lot of work in plant and animal health. For example, we stop invasive species coming across the border. When there's a breakout of a health problem with animals, we're there to work on that as well. And those are the types of things that I get to write about. I am primarily a speechwriter, and I usually have a number of speeches on the go. I get a lot of very good scientific information, scientific data, but honestly, people won't talk that way at a cocktail party. I'm trying to bring it down to a level where anybody who's hearing can understand it, but still stay true to the information, to the scientific data that it's trying to represent. I think this is what some people don't know about public service jobs, is there are a lot of kind of really interesting jobs out there where you can use your skills. So I was working in stamp marketing, and I got to work on a lot of different stamp issues for collectors in particular. And I was able to bring my knowledge of comics to that as well, because in 1995, Canada Post brought out the superhero stamp issue. So I got to work on the research for that as well, and later, I was able to work on the official first day cover. They had a promotional comic book, and it was just up my alley. So I was able to bring my skills from one to the other, and it was a lovely combination. I started reading comics when I was a kid, and I just loved them. But I wasn't satisfied with just reading them. I had to create my own. But at the same time, it became very clear to me that if I wanted to make a living, journalism was probably the way to go. And one of my idols was Lois Lane, and she was a journalist, and she was making a living at a big metropolitan newspaper, writing exciting stories, and her boyfriend was a Superman. So where could I go wrong? That I started, we didn't have the web to publish to. I actually self-published my own comics, so I brought out Eternal Romance. And then through this, I was able to go and pitch stories to real editors. When I created Eternal Romance, there weren't a lot of comics on the market for girls and women, and that was one of my objectives. I wanted to create something that I wanted to read, and other women would want to read. And it was great. It was so much fun, and it was silly. It wasn't all grim and gritty like the superheroes of the day. I love dressing up in costumes. That's another thing I love about this whole passion that I have. So we were having a charity costume competition at Halloween, but then I was called into the director's office because there was something I had to work on really urgently. And I go in, and I'm wearing this wild wig and this cape and these red boots, and I just felt like, oh my God, this is just so weird. Like, there's some people who get it, and there's some people who don't get it. And so, yeah, it was I guess I would say I kept it toned down for most of the time. Frankly, I know that at the public service, overall, we're very much encouraged to talk about things like volunteer work that we do. Say you spend a lot of time rescuing pets, or you do a lot of time working with the poor. They like to hear those stories. I mean, if there's something they think that people would find odd or extreme, or if they are trying to build a career that's going up, 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 they do keep it on the quiet until they've reached some level of success where they feel comfortable about talking about it. People know I'm a creative person. But no, I don't wear my superhero costume to board meetings. I can say that now.